Hello, everybody, and welcome back for round four of Don't Table Flip 2. I'm Zach Cohen, and I'm here joined by John Dahlgren. Say hi, John.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm John. Excited to talk about MCP today.
Yeah, this is a pretty wild game. I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely two teams that are looking to go attrition and kill the other one.
Yeah, so on the left, we've got Peyton Sadler, the Scourge of Louisiana, playing Spider Foes. And his deployment from top to bottom, we have got Spectacular Spider-Man, Carnage, Green Goblin, Craven, and Lizard down at the bottom. His tactics cards are Survival, Strategic Retreat, Surprise Webhead, Custom Upgrades, and Carnage Rules. And on the right, we've got Cameron Wassam, a local Austin boy, playing Dormammu. He's got Weapon X, Baron Zemo, Dormammu, and Gorgon, and his cards are Dark Restoration, Sacrifice, Recal, I Am a Baron, and Royal Guardians. Um, Cameron had both Prio and First Turn, and they are playing Deadly Meteors and Legacy Virus. So everybody's going to be coming to the middle and fighting, which sounds pretty great for Dormammu. Uh,
Yeah, I'm sure Peyton would have loved to win that first prio roll.
yeah, getting Dormammu on something like Infinity or maybe like Shi'ar Guardians, where like the Spider Foes player can take advantage of their ability to do like really good targeted attrition, but not so much all out brawl, would have been great
Mhm.
for foes. This getting both Legacy and Meteors sounds like Cameron's already made in the shade.
Yeah, I'm sure he would have liked to pull McCran from Cameron, but here
Hmm.
we are.
Yeah, Carnage is always such a fun model to see on the table, especially in a matchup like this where he's got some reasonably squishy people to munch and do his thing, heal to full, make another attack. But also Dormammu's one of the scariest energy attackers in the game. So Carnage is going to have to play a little bit cagey and choose his engagement correctly.
That's right. Yeah, on Cam's side, it looks like the popular 17 right now with Dorm.
Hmm.
Um, with Payne, he had a couple different options. He could have gone four wide with his five threat. He decided to go a little bit wider versus Storm, which makes sense. But yeah, props to him for sticking to his game plan of Carnage. But yeah, it's pretty scary facing those attacks and possibly getting one shot.
On the plus side for Carnage, he only has one die to possibly roll a skull for Dormammu to use against him, so sometimes that lower defense works out. And let's see
Absolutely,
how it goes. Let's see if there will be Carnage.
do it.
All right. So we're seeing Lizard go first and um, go pick up a legacy virus. Makes sense. He's anyone that Peyton goes with is potentially facing several attacks since everyone on Cameron's side has charge online. But here it's like a Gorgon physical attack and then one Dormammu attack, which Lizard is pretty well equipped to survive through with his damage reduction.
Yeah, that's definitely what makes sense for the first pickup. Absolutely.
Hmm.
It's also interesting to see, rather than Peyton kind of like protect his home, he's looking to press Dormammu's home meteor.
Um, no, the one on the bottom is Peyton's home meteor. Or are you saying that because he doesn't have anyone to? Oh, I see what you're saying. Just because of the deployment.
Yeah, because of
Yes.
the deployment, he went heavy to kind of press on dorms or maybe even the middle meteor
I
there,
think that
rather than
has
protect his home.
I think that has more to do with where the fight is looking to happen than anything about actual scenario. So this was a Gorgon
Yeah.
charge into Lizard. It whiffed. Or I don't know about Dice whiff. I saw Peyton had at least three blocks, so the Lizard took no damage, which means nobody's flipping that meteor unless Craven comes over there. But yes, as to what you're saying, I I think that's more just responding to where the models are and recognizing that this is low scoring enough
Mhm.
that it's going to be more of a fight than it is a scenario game.
Yeah, and Cameron, by not picking up on his first one, kind of recognizes that as well.
Yeah.
He's okay to just put in attacks and go full attrition here.
So Spectacular Spider-Man picked up that outside legacy virus or that top legacy virus. He stood all the way to the outside, which means it's hard to tell from this angle, but I think Weapon X is going to have to choose between hitting Spider-Man and being on the secure, which means he won't have those bonus dice, which is always good because that getting hit by Weapon X with those 7 dice and Pierce is really scary.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Weapon X can be a terror under Dorm for sure.
Yeah, I mean, if he's able to double tap while standing on a secure, he out damages Zemo. If Zemo double taps with Master Swordsman up both attacks.
Yeah, and then you flip him and he has the area attack, and you kill him and he explodes and kills you back.
Yeah, but hopefully kills some of your friends also,
Yeah.
or some of his own friends at least. Yeah, Dorm has really gone from being in kind of an unloved niche pick to I don't want to say dominating the meta, but being in a very strong position after his buffs. So we've got Zemo walking up. He flips that meteor. Does not take any damage. Second action, it looks like he just stays where he is, stays on that point to defend it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely seen a lot more Dorm. It's so easy to put in a dual list as well.
Mm-hmm.
Cameron went full Dorm
Mm-hmm.
for this. But yeah, I'll say one possibly good thing is we're seeing less Shang on the board than we were.
It does feel like there's less of him around. You're right. I've been playing Guardians and Wizards lately, both of whom are decently equipped to handle him.
Mhm.
So Goblin walks up, through an attack into Zemo. Zemo blocks none, takes 3 damage. No conditions applied though, and I don't think anyone else is going to be able to get in range on Peyton's side to attack Zemo. Um, but Goblin's looking pretty vulnerable to getting Dormammu'd right now.
Uh, Looks like Cameron might have forgotten to give Dorm power for that hit.
No, he started with 2, gained the 1, and spent it to Hop.
Oh, he did hop. Okay.
Yes. So he's hoping to roll a skull here to sap away a power from Goblin in order to be able to pick up that legacy virus. Okay, so he's got a skull there. So he gets his sap. He gets a hex on Goblin. And then I'd imagine it's going to be picking up the legacy rather than flipping. Yeah.
Makes
Getting
sense.
an extract off Dormammu is always such a challenge because, like, it's so hard to double tap him because of his reactive push ability. And he's just got a lot of health.
Yeah, absolutely. Steals or auto drops are definitely nice versus Dorm.
Hmm. Or just like huge dice pools to be able to try to go over the top.
Hmm.
But also the nice thing is Dorm only gets 1 power when damaged. He's basically like auto stunned whenever he's attacked. So Craven here can walk up and do his attack, not be pushed, and get to the meteor in the middle to try to flip it. Assuming he does damage. This is a builder. It's a good roll though.
Yeah, definitely.
So can't see Cameron's dice, but that was a Goblin leadership, which it looks like he did confirm. And okay, so only 1 damage, but that is enough for Craven to have the power to try to flip. So it's a 50-50 here, needing 2 successes on 3 dice. So it's basically like playing McCran. Did not get it, but also no skulls, so at least he didn't damage himself.
Yeah, it's always fun with meteors.
Mm-hmm. So it looks like only 1 meteor is going to be flipped this round. Because Weapon X, I don't expect him to come to the middle. I would expect
Hmm.
him to
Hmm.
go after Spidey, and that point over by Zemo's already flipped, and Carnage uh literally can't flip out from under anyone on meteors because it's your use your energy defense.
You're right.
Oh, Goblin might be close enough to that secure to take the full beans. 7 dice with a Zemo reroll.
Yeah, that's going to be brutal.
Let's see.
It's also
Oh yeah.
playing towards Cameron's hand here, because at best now we're looking at a 2-1.
Mm-hmm. Um, yeah. Well, right now it's 2-2. Okay, those look like big. That looks like a big attack out of Cameron. Pretty good defense, but I don't see that was physical. Did he forget to roll in the crit? Because I see a crit there, but he's only got 4 dice, and Goblin's got 4 physical. Oh no, he's hexed. That's right.
Yep.
All right, so that was I think 5 damage into Goblin. Oh God. All right, so this is Carnage walking up and doing a builder into Weapon X. Looks like Weapon X probably has cover. I think that smaller orb is range or is size 2. But he is down a die because he's on a secure at least. But cover and a
Mhm.
reroll might as well be like 4 dice.
We're talking about Carnage rules.
Okay, that's a very early sacrifice. I'm surprised by that. Uh, no Zemo reroll because he has sacrifice. It missed anyway. It's
Yeah.
only 1 damage. Yeah, I would not have sacrificed that. It's 1 5-die attack, and Weapon X could always just go first and healing factor it away. So
Yeah, it was interesting too. You don't really mind Weapon X flipping.
yeah, so that's 2-2 on round one. Yeah, I think Peyton's pretty happy to get sacrifice out of there.
Absolutely. Yeah, you always don't want to have him sack into dorm, push your guy
Hmm.
back in hex, and ruin your whole plan.
Absolutely. So let's see. Zemo took 1 damage from that. He should also be bleeding, which I think they may have missed because Carnage auto bleeds on his attack. I don't see a bleed token anywhere.
Yeah, that's a big one since he's alive on one.
Yeah. Okay, so Craven just played custom upgrades against Dormammu, which means that anytime Craven attacks Dormammu, he gets +2 attack dice. He gets +2 defense dice whenever Dormammu attacks him, but -2 defense dice against anyone else. And that lasts for the rest of the game, or that lasts until one of those models is KO'd. So he's really going in hard on Craven killing the big man.
Yeah, he absolutely is most likely looking for the surprise webhead card as well, boosting the dice of Craven here.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean it does let him put out a very scary amount of dice, and his attacks have movement triggers on them, so he can start with the range 2 if he gets the elusive, walk right up next to Dormammu, and then even if he gets pushed, he's still in the range 3 for the bigger attack. Okay, so that's a goblin being dazed by Dormammu with the first shot, and Dormammu's got another attack, which whoever he puts it into, I would expect to see him hop away from Craven so that Craven can't really start the chain. I might even hop first to get into a Zemo reroll before shooting Carnage.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Oh my god, those Cameron's got some hot dice today. Can't even see the whole tray, but they're Okay, so it looks like he didn't convert either of the crits, but he got 5 in the initial roll. Carnage blocks 1, takes 4. I didn't. I don't think there were any skulls in there, unless that. Actually, I don't know. That token on the card might be a hex, so maybe the die out of frame was a skull. He does flip the point. The hex really hurts Carnage's ability to get that kill in,
Yeah, and just doing the 4 damage puts a little bit of pressure on Peyton to activate him.
which I think he's fine
Uh,
with. I don't think anyone else is really in a lot of pressure to activate. I guess
right, because he
Craven's a little bit
hopped.
scared of Gorgon, given that he's -2
Mhm.
defense dice against him now, but I don't know. I think,
Yeah, Gorgon can definitely charge over there. It doesn't have spinner money quite yet.
yeah. But then that also leaves the bottom meteor unflipped for Lizard to get and just score
Mhm.
points. Seems okay. So yeah, Carnage is boosting his first attack into Weapon X. Oof, not a good attack. 2, and yeah, so he must be hexed. And no one ever explodes crits against Carnage. Blocking 2 with the Zemo reroll, rerolling 1 for the Goblin leadership. Still blocking 2. So bouncing the boosted attack is never good.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Taking another swing. Oof, good attack or good defense from Weapon X. Only taking no damage. That's the trouble with Carnage sometimes. He is very much a dice machine. And he rolls a lot of those
Yeah,
dice, which can get a lot done. Yeah, it looks like they definitely missed that bleed on Zemo.
yeah, that's tough.
Hmm.
Yeah, Carnage is definitely one of those models where uh, he can have those low lows, but man, when he gets his train started, it can be pretty nasty. So that's
Hmm.
unfortunate for Peyton there.
Uh, let's see. Zemo played I Am a Baron after all to heal 2 just now. So Zemo's activating, and I think he's
Mhm.
debating what flavor of going into Spider-Man he's doing. I think he measured him was outside 3, so must. So it looks like this is probably a charge into Spidey. Uh,
Yeah, Spidey's holding, and he could potentially remove an activation here, so that makes sense.
So it's a Master Swordsman builder. Oof, 2 crits on Cameron's side. Nothing yet for Peyton, but he's got 2 rerolls. Converts both his defensive rerolls, but is still taking, I think that was 3 damage. Yes. And a bleed. I saw Wild in there. Okay, he's doing a Steel Rush. So he does still have a power left over to pick up the extract if he gets the kill. Uh,
There's the Master Swordsman.
yep, gets that. Okay, well, Peyton has priority at this point.
Hmm.
So got to put the extract down and then has to walk before being able to pick it up. But he can walk to the other side of it, maintain the bunker. Yeah. So yeah, this is the scary thing about the Dormammu charge team. It's all gas all the time. They can really
Hmm.
reach out and touch you and get those extracts off people that might be safe against a less mobile, less killy team.
Yeah, absolutely. Just even meteors, I've played against Storm a couple times, and even with Invader Shield, it just feels like an uphill battle.
Hmm. Absolutely. So this looks like a Craven walk, um, and the Kukri strike. Peyton's dice aren't doing him any favors. Those two successes on 7, which was more or less what Carnage was doing his whole time.
Yeah,
So I think
not
he put 1 damage on him and gets pushed.
push next. Yep.
Okay. So that's his activation. So we've just got Gorgon and Lizard left. And extracts right now are on Lizard, Dormammu, and Zemo.
Honestly, the way that it's going, I wouldn't mind just moving Gorgon, flipping that middle. Or does he have that
He already
already?
has the middle. Those hex tokens are Dormammu.
Okay. But just to get within 3 of Dorm for Overworld Guardians would be nice.
Yeah. Did he bring Royal Guardians? I listed them earlier. Let me look. I can't actually read the cards from here. He did bring Royal Guardians, yeah. Alright, so he put 2 damage into Lizard. I think he's probably debating if he wants to spend or Lizard. He wouldn't have any power left over to... Oh, he's going for it, though. Already doesn't have Prio, so I guess might as well.
Won't be able to flip or pick up.
Mm-hmm. I only 3 successes. Lizard blocked nothing, so taking 2.
Yeah, I don't see
Uh,
a wild for a stagger, but he gets the auto throw.
I heard him say that he didn't get the wild. So that's 1 more damage into Lizard from being thrown into that terrain. Yep, that's a size 2.
Hmm.
Oof. 5 damage into Lizard from 1 Gorgon activation. That's brutal. Alright, so you got Lizard walking, throwing, and then I imagine flipping and going to flip the middle as well. Just try to
Yeah,
stop some of the
absolutely.
points bleed. Oh
Yeah,
god, if
because
he
even
hits a
though
skull
the
here, then his activation's just over. Okay, no skull.
yeah, so Peyton here, even though the attrition went so one-sided against him, by flipping both of these, if he gets both, the scoring isn't bad at all.
Well, it'll be 3-3. He wouldn't be pulling a nope. 3-2. He just hit the skull, so Lizard drops his extract.
Ouch.
Even keeping the scoring just on par with being this much of an attrition hole, I don't think is good enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
So Cameron can't pick this up this round because all he has left is Weapon X, who can't pick up extracts.
Mhm.
But by just putting it out here, he ensures that Peyton's gonna have to choose between getting that extract and trying to fight up top.
Yeah.
So Weapon X, I mean, his choices are either go into Carnage or go over and charge Craven, which I don't hate going after Craven since Craven's -2 defense dice right now, and you don't really want to power up Carnage any more than he already is.
Yeah, I think that's the smart play. Looks like that's what he's going for.
Hmm. And he can interact with Secure, so he can try to flip that. All right, so that was a charge right off the bat. I wasn't sure he was going to make it there in one move. So that looks like pretty big hit. 6, yeah, just one
Wow.
shots him. Yikes. Yeah, the Shakes bleed for second action, sure, why not? Bleed happens after healing factor, so might as well. Okay, so they're explaining which extra or which crises he can and can't interact with, which makes sense coming from a goblin background. You might not you would expect, oh, injured side can't interact at all, but no, Weapon X better at that than Goblin.
Yep, absolutely.
I know it doesn't matter, but just two dice, two crits has got to be dealing some psychological damage to Peyton. Cameron's attack dice have been pretty on fire all game, and Peyton's have been pretty lackluster. So,
Yeah, he hasn't had a great opportunity for his swing turn of surprise webhead.
mhm,
Uh, Cameron's doing a good job just removing activations when he
mhm.
can.
Pressing that advantage of the dice, um, which is what this list is designed to do. It's almost the same as having a lot of long range attacks, having everyone be able to charge. You just get to make so many more attacks that when they do go well, you can really just drive the boot in. Um, versus other teams that might have to walk and make one good attack, and then the opponent has an opportunity to respond to it.
Mhm.
So I would. Who do you go first with as Peyton here?
I think I would start with a surprise webhead, see how that goes, and then determine where I want to go with it. The problem is he just has Carnage and Goblin who can attack one model, it looks like. Craven
Or
and Lizard wouldn't be able
Craven and
to.
Lizard could both attack Weapon X, and so could Goblin, but I don't think that's okay. So he's setting up a big turn into Dormammu. He's backstopped on Weapon X. He still has custom upgrades up, and he's walk. So it's a walk, a 7 die attack, and then it'll be a. I'm sure surprise webhead's coming here, and this will be a 9 die attack. Yeah, I think. And he spent the power to give everybody +1 die against Dormammu. It looks like 3 damage
Nice.
went through on Dormammu there, so he's got what 10 on the front, so he's got 5 left.
Yeah.
So this will be a webhead from I think Lizard's just out, but
And here's
oh, call
where
a
if
judge.
Cameron would have walked Gorgon into the middle, he could have Royal Guardians one of these,
Yeah.
which would have been nice.
All right, so we got a judge coming to measure. He's using dice to mark the location of that piece of terrain so he can put it back in the correct spot. I don't hate what Gorgon did, though. I mean, especially with the score as low as it is,
Hmm.
keeping it that low, and like even if Dormammu does go down here, the rest of the team is still pretty able to probably take at least one of those models off the board. And I don't think
Yeah.
Dormammu is going to be too much in danger of getting KO'd next round.
Yeah, it's definitely fair.
Okay, so
Uh,
it sounds like Lizard was out. Okay, so this is the webhead going with Goblin first. I am usually you do that to fish for the incinerate. Isn't Dormammu immune to incinerate?
yeah, he's immune to incinerate and bleed,
That's a
as
great
well
goblin attack.
stagger. Yeah.
That's what 6 successes. So taking 3 damage here. So Dormammu's got 2 health left. Um, yeah, it gives him poison. That's the one condition Goblin can give that Dormammu's not immune to.
Hmm.
So going with Craven now, which makes sense. I guess you'd like to get some more power on Carnage, but you don't want him hexed if he fails to kill Dormammu. So going in with um, going in with Craven. And Craven is hexed from that first attack, but he's got 4. So that'll be a daze on Dormammu, I think. I don't know what happened to the damage from Goblin. Wait, what did happen to the power or the damage from Goblin? Goblin did 3 damage into him. Did they just
Um,
forget to put the damage on? Okay, and Carnage didn't pay? I don't really understand what happened there. Do you?
yeah. No, he's showing 8. Uh,
He had 5 before the surprise web hit.
yeah,
Uh,
there's no recal, no cards flipped.
no. Even if he picked up, I don't know. We'll have to review the footage later. But this is Dorm attacking Carnage. Did 1 damage on the first one, and that looks like a pretty big hit. Took 3 more damage there. Hmm. Okay. Dorm is going to hop away so that Carnage can't just finish him off. I can't tell how much. Okay, so he dazed Carnage. That was it. I forgot Carnage wasn't flipped, so it's still on the board. I was like, what is that token he put down next to Carnage? Okay, so we got a glider ram coming in from Goblin.
Uh, yeah, pretty brutal. He put all those cards into Dorm and still didn't get him. But yeah, I think they might have missed something.
I think so too. Like I said, we'll have to check it later. So the glider ram clips the terrain. He sort of started moving without really measuring along the tool, and uh, yeah, I think rightly got called on that for needing to play that a little bit cleaner. That's an amazing defense roll. Okay, yeah, you can see a little bit of despair coming in because that's the
Yeah.
leadership pushes 1 through on Dormammu, and he gets pushed away, which looks like it might be enough to get him outside range 4 for a second shot. Yeah, he does have range on Zemo though, so it's a 6-die attack into Zemo, which he's hexed, so that's 4 successes. So 2 damage into Zemo. Zemo's up on 1, which I think they might have also missed that bleed round 1, which would have so that should have dazed Zemo if that's the case. But that's rough. Cameron or Peyton hasn't gotten a single daze at this point.
Looks like Cameron might have forgotten to put the extra 2 damage on Zemo as well.
No, he healed
Oh,
2
is that a
last
3?
round with, yeah, that's a 3 damage token. He healed 2
Okay.
last round with I am a Baron. So Zemo is up on 1. Um, I didn't see if he had any wilds there in that attack actually from Goblin. Did you happen to catch that?
I don't think he did.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah. This just go for the leadership removal. And we've got a charge and okay. I think Cameron was worried for a second that he just walked into Trick or Treat, but Goblin only has that on the front.
Mhm.
So there's got to be a Master Swordsman. I don't know why you'd. No, just a naked builder. I don't know why you wouldn't Master Swordsman it. And can't tell how much damage that was. Looks like one damage got through.
Mhm.
I guess he wants to save power to Steel Rush back to the bunker, maybe?
Yeah, hoping to get two there. So if he didn't get him, he could Steel Rush and Master Swordsman the second.
I guess, yeah.
But yeah, it was being a little greedy, maybe.
I think a little too conservative. I think he could have pushed the
Yeah.
advantage and Master Swordsman on the first one. But yeah, this is Steel Rush, so he wants to retreat back to give Dormammu a reroll. It's a dead goblin right there. And yeah, Zemo gets to move back to help out his buddy, his big demonic buddy.
I think for me going against Storm, it's typically try and kill the little guys just for this exact reason. You can put in so many resources into Dorm and still just leave them alive on one or two, um, and that just feels so bad.
Yeah, I mean, he does have like custom upgrades. Surprise Webhead Craven is very capable of taking out Dorm. So I
Mhm.
don't fault the decision there. All right, so it looks like he is taking one from that throw. This was Spider-Man throwing Zemo into Dorm, um, which dazed both of them. So just laying both those extracts right over there. So this is Legacy. Spidey, he can do an impact webbing into Weapon X to be able to pick both of them up. He won't be able to flip the point because of the escalating power cost for picking up Legacy. But I think you. I would actually rather flip the point than pick up the second extract, honestly, because Weapon X can't pick up the extract. So if I can take away a point from. If I can take away a point by taking the
Oh,
securing.
they missed that the second one was an extra point, and he flipped.
Yeah, looks like it. Took a damage for his trouble. Alright, so Weapon X and Gorgon left for Cameron. Weapon X, not really in a lot of danger. Lizard only has 2 power. Gorgon, of course, in no danger, just sitting there.
Mhm.
So this is Weapon X going in to try to kill Lizard. Starting off with a Spender. And the Spender has the possibility to generate a Builder. No wilds, but he has 2 crits. I think he just needs the wild for the. Okay, so no. Doesn't hit the trigger, but that is what, 6, 7 successes? It's a great block by Lizard. Block 4, reduce 1, taking 1. And then that'll be a builder, which will be 8 dice, I believe, +2 for being on a point, +1 for attacking a second time.
Yep, exactly.
Not as good of a defense roll, but also not as good of an attack roll. Looks like 3 with a pierce, so takes 2. Okay. So Peyton has a good opportunity here to get some points back.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so walking back, trying to flip. I might want to throw Weapon X first, just to
Yeah, it looks like
make.
he's on 4 power, so maybe he's thinking about that now.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, what else is he saving his power for? Oh, actually, did he take strategic retreat? Let me look real quick. He did. That's what he's saving his power for.
Hmm.
Because if Gorgon goes into him, he could strategic retreat, pass that over to Spider-Man, who would have all of the legacy viruses, and get to explode. So if Lizard doesn't spend any power here, he can do that. Okay, it looks like he's trying to flip, which he shouldn't get because Weapon X is healthy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
on.
one hit, one shield, and
Yeah,
one
that
blink.
shouldn't flip that point.
Uh, and we know Weapon X was on the point because he took the extra dice for it. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
All right. Well, there's been a few things missed on both sides here. It happens. You're in the heat of the game, especially one where emotions might be running a little hot with, or not hot. That makes it sound contentious, but of emotions definitely at play with how the dice have been.
Oh, absolutely. I
Mm-hmm.
positive that Peyton went in the tank there
Mm-hmm.
after those that first brutal turn.
I like this positioning from Cameron a lot to prevent, even though he doesn't have the power now. Strategic retreat does have to be a move away. So with Gorgon positioned there, he can't move Lizard closer to Spider-Man for a strategic retreat. Um, it looks like he just put. Oh, this was intended to Craven, not into Lizard. Okay. Yeah, put 2 damage into Craven. He did flip the point. So I see 5 points for Peyton and just one for Cameron. Peyton's got all 3 extracts and 2 of the secures. Cameron's got 1 secure now. So that puts the score to 8 points for Peyton and 7 points for Cameron. Dorm and Carnage are flipping right now, and Peyton has priority. There's no leadership on the board for him anymore. So no more Oscorp weaponry.
Yeah, if Payne could set up that strategic retreat play that you were talking about, he would just need to get 2 meteors and he could potentially win out, which would be a wild way to win.
Yeah,
Uh,
I haven't seen a legacy virus fully assembled in a pretty long time. So let's see. If Carnage is in range 3 of Zemo, then that's always appealing to try to get the kill and have Carnage kind of go off and do his thing, but I don't. I saw a measure. I don't know what the result of that measurement was.
yeah, it looks pretty close just eyeballing it, maybe just out. But
If you don't go with Carnage first, I think Dormammu just tries to kill him on his activation. But on the other hand, Spidey is holding 2 extracts, and you kind of need to get him to safety.
mhm. Yeah, with Carnage not being able to flip and not having an extract, I'm not
Mhm.
sure that matters too much in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah. So for cards, he's got Peyton has Survival, Strategic Retreat, and Carnage rules left, and Cameron has Dark Restoration, Recal, and Royal Guardians. So Cameron's still sitting on Recal, definitely makes things a little tough for. Okay, so we're starting with Carnage, and we're doing a Carnage rules. Oof. Cameron just measured Royal Guardians, was out, and I think Cameron just moved him into Royal Guardians range. Yep, yep, just walked him right into range there. Cameron's considering if he wants to do it. Yeah, that's rough. Peyton just walked right into that rake. All right, so Royal Guardians is happening. Gorgon is in the mix. I would have maybe liked to see Gorgon go within range 2 of Carnage so that he could potentially bodyguard further attacks.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's straight 0 successes for Carnage. And Carnage is now shocked and stunned.
Carnage has done Peyton no favors this game.
No, he's not painting shit. He's got a couple of 4-die attacks left. I don't know who he declared this into. I think Zemo. 1 damage into Zemo, and there should be a bleed because this auto bleeds, and 0 successes. Alright, that's rough. Yeah, that's it's hard to come back from once you start tilting like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And now Cameron can just focus on spec, maybe get those 2 extracts back.
Yeah, I would be going into him with Dorm. Just get those
Hmm.
extracts on your safest model. I heard Builder into Craven, so I think there's a Weapon X. This is Weapon X.
Okay.
It's gonna be a dead Weapon X right there. Yeah, Craven's only rolling 1 die because of custom upgrades. Got a reroll. Yeah, dead Craven, and just see if you can spend her into Lizard. Yeah, see if you can just get him off the table. I think Cameron's going for a win by tabling here. I think points don't matter. That's a pretty big hit.
Yep.
It's a good block by Lizard. Block 2, reduce 1, but that's not enough. That's looks like he's dying exactsies since Lizard only has 5 on the back. All right, removing
Absolutely
2.
brutal.
Yeah, and now Spidey could pick that up, and as long as Carnage doesn't die, um, he could get to assemble those. But
Yeah.
if he does pick it up and Carnage dies, then Peyton would lose before scoring the points because your model KOing happens first.
Right. And even still, you're relying on your model to flip points with 1 die at that point,
Well, no,
and
Carnage is
still
already
2 away from
gone.
victory. Sorry?
Carnage is already gone.
Yeah, I'm talking about like because this him exploding doesn't get him to 16.
No, but if
So yeah.
he currently has 2 secures, so
Mhm.
if Cameron fails to flip them, then that would get him to 16.
Uh, I
Uh,
s- it looks like Cameron has the middle one, and the one at the bottom is no one's.
no, the one at the bottom is Peyton's. There's a token right on top of it. It's like light blue, so kind
Ah,
of.
got it.
Uh, Spider-Man does only have 1 health left, and there's another Dormammu shot coming at him though, so his survival looks unlikely. Yeah, he dies. He doesn't even get the chance to explode in a blaze of glory. Yeah, just put those in a stack over there. I wouldn't even bother spreading them out. Spider-Man's off the table. It's not like Carnage is going over there to get them.
Hmm.
Like at this point, it seems like the win condition pretty clearly is. I mean, Cameron could just stop making attacks and score a bunch of points, but why would you? Yeah, Gorgon's gonna flip the point. Gets it. Gorgon's out of power because he spent his power on Royal Guardians. So he can't charge Carnage, but he could. I mean, Carnage is stunned and shocked. I would go over there and punch him. It doesn't matter if you give, like, you're not worried about giving him a bunch of power. Oh, he's doing the energy beam at him. An Inhuman reroll and Zemo reroll. So 2 successes, takes 2 damage. He's already shocked, but now he's double shocked. Oh, Zemo still hasn't activated.
Yeah, Zemo was 1 power away from picking up all three,
Mm-hmm.
which is interesting.
No, he's just steel rushing. Carnage has 4 health left, I think. 5 dice defense blocks nothing. Only takes 2. Wasn't a big hit. But yeah, I mean, I'd come in here for the Master Swordsman builder. He's got 2 health left. Just see if you finish him off and end the game on a KO. Wait, he's not paying for Master Swordsman? What are you doing? Okay, well, when you roll like that, again, still no blocks. No blocks from Peyton. Wow. What a game.
Just
Yeah, so Peyton's board wiped at the end there. Cameron wins 7-8.
that is brutal.
That was what do you do as Peyton there to recover from that? You've put a bunch of resources in um into trying to fight, and that hasn't gone well for you. Do you think you at some point you have to? I mean, it's tough trying to like just abandon the fight, right? Because once things have gone badly, Goblin can't help you by going and just scoring objectives because it's a pay to flip. So he can't. Running away just like gets him preserves the leadership, but doesn't actually help your board position at all. And with everything on the
Yeah,
midline, there's not even so much repositioning you can do to improve things, right?
yeah. I mean, it's really tough. Like we talked about, it's definitely an uphill battle for Peyton, just
Hmm.
in the scenario that was drawn. Um, Peyton, he's bringing in a Trisha team himself, but like we talked about, they more prefer boxes and picking their attacks. Um, and yeah, I think you just have to have a plan of either taking out Dorm or taking out Dorm's friends, and and doing that route. So I mean, he stuck with his plan.
Hmm.
It just didn't work out. And I don't know that Carnage did a single damage that entire game, which is just insane.
Yeah, I am curious actually. I don't normally like to do this and go back and nitpick things from earlier, but I want to check if they actually did miss that damage from the goblin attack. And the bleed. I know they missed the bleed against Zemo round 1, which would have had Zemo days earlier. Um, but yes, this is right here is Goblin attacking Dormammu. They're talking. They confirm he's taking 3 damage.
And then he goes to 8.
He gave him 3 power. He gave him the 1 power for the Dormammu ability, and then put a 3 power token on instead of the 3 damage. That's huge because Dormammu activated after this and got a lot of work done. That is a
Yeah.
oh man, you hate to see a mistake like that happen.
Yeah, Goblin even put all his resources into
Uh huh.
finishing off Dorm there, so
Uh
that
huh.
that's real tough.
Because then Craven's attack would have got him. Well,
Mhm.
well, what do you do when you only catch that now? Well, I still had a lot of fun watching this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Dorm can definitely be a terror. I mean, you saw it here.
Hmm.
they When Dorm's dice are hot and Weapon X dice are hot, it's pretty tough
Man, Weapon
to
X definitely pulled more than his weight here.
yeah. Yeah, he's such a missile, and it's tough to keep him off of secures at times. And even if you flip him, then he just has the area attack and
Hmm.
can explode.
Absolutely.
So, and then they just bring him back.
All right. Well, John, do you
Uh,
have any final thoughts?
no, it's tough. I think Peyton was sticking to his game plan, and so there's not much more he could have done. It's unfortunate that they missed the 3 damage on Dorm there,
Hmm.
and the bleed on Zemo, but that just happens at the tournament, right?
Yeah, nothing's ever played perfectly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me, and we'll see all of you back next time for round 5 of Don't Table Flip. Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye.